What kind of results can people expect?
Ridiculous results. Well, you know, think about it.
That was a
We
good
had a
song.
test group, and they were sort of fitness neophytes. These were not, you know, there were a
90% of
couple
them,
of
yeah.
them that were formerly in shape younger days, but they got married and had kids and had a job and they got big and they were scared and they walked in trembling, but they liked the idea that it was a half an hour. I think the reason why we had such a great response in our test group is because, okay, these workouts are 30 minutes, done, right? So I can swallow that jagged little pill. And now when I say this out loud, it almost seems impossible, but you're here to verify, and we have, of course, all the numbers. Everybody but one, right?
Yep.
How many people in the test group?
40.
40. So 39 out of 40 people lost 10 body fat point percent.
10% of their body fat.
10% of the body fat. So, for example, one individual had 22% body fat when they were done. And they had 12, from 22 to 12 in 90 days, working out a half an hour pop. Now, of course, there's a food component there. And the neat thing about P90X3 also is that we've gotten back to sort of our original, it's more sophisticated than this, but our original Power 90 concept. You know, Power 90 meets use ladder, right? Meets use ladder. So eat healthy food and don't eat crap. And we don't get too caught
pretty
up.
simple.
We don't get too caught up in portion sizes and whatnot. But you know, the science is shown, and there's a great guy, Covert Bailey. You can Google him. He's not around anymore, but he was phenomenal, and he really showed. And I'm a big believer in this too. And it's gotten so complicated. You know, I mean, not that X2 wasn't great because it worked for people who did it, who followed it, right? So the idea here also is to try to keep it simple. Eat like I eat. Eat really healthy food most of the time, and you're going to get really ripped and lean. These types of things happen to your arms. Whoa. And that's my baby arm still. You can do it! Come on! You can do it! Catch up! Sorry, I had a moment there with my arms. I'm like Sagi. I just like, what the hell happened?
It's the baby. It's the baby bicep.
It's the baby and mama. It's like the mama moose and the baby moose. I had these in my backyard last year. Shannon knows. She was there. She saw them. And that's the unique thing about P90. The results are really off the chain. You know, you think about 10% body fat loss. That's incredible.
Yeah, if people don't know the average under like a clinical trial where people are like locked up in an institution.
Right. Really, you have to be in a prisoner of war camp to get those kind of results.
Absolutely. Usually it's 1% a month is considered really, really good results. So maybe 2% if you're really, really being restricted.
We're
about
averaging
things.
more. Pretty
It's
amazing.
kinda awesome.
Well, you know, partly because we made sure that the sequences and the workouts were incredibly efficient from not only throughout the course of a workout, but also throughout the course of a week. And then week after week after week. And I have to say though that when you're only doing a half an hour, there's sort of it's less daunting.
Yes.
And there's more of a okay, I'm going to get through this thing. I mean, I know it's over in 30 minutes. It's over in 30 minutes. So I noticed that people would do a couple extra reps more than they would normally because they weren't saving themselves for the second half an hour, right? They were just saying, okay, I'm going to do a few more reps. I'm going to go a little bit deeper in my range of motion. I'm going to turn a little bit more when I throw this punch or this elbow. When I do a sprawl, I'm going to get down and pop up on the floor as quickly as possible. And what I've also noticed, I think, with our test group is that not only did their willingness to push a little harder improve, but also their desire to do things. What the hell's going on over there, man? What are you doing? I'm sort of somebody with gas on the other side of the camera. I don't know what's happening.
Or he's rolling around in a stability ball.
Or rolling around a stability. But I had to bust him.
Lunch ball.
That people were more likely willing to make sure they were doing the things properly. They figured if they were going to push a little bit harder, they wanted to make sure that they were picking the right weight, making sure the knee was over their ankle in the lunge, throwing the martial arts moves properly. It's easier to commit to something that's shorter than to commit to something that's longer, and like with P90X.
Or marriage, same.
It's a marriage. Yeah, is that right? All right.
Okay, and there you go.